The 5 Love Languages: The Secret of Lasting Love by Gary Chapman. Recognize the type of love language. What is your love language? You must hear this question often. Is it possible that you have asked other people this question lately? Love language, or the language of love, is a topic but exciting. There are 5 love languages that we know today, namely, word of affirmation, receiving gifts, acts of service, physical touch, and quality time. Who sparked it is Gary Chapman, who also wrote it in this book, The 5 Love Language. Not communicating in different love languages is a major source of misunderstandings. That's why having the same love language is very important. Let's dissect the 5 love languages one by one. By reading this book, it is guaranteed that you will understand more about expressing your love for your partner. If you are still single, calm down, this will help you PDKT to a boy or girl you like. Most romantic relationships only last 2 years. If there is one word in a language that is very important and confusing, it is the word love. Despite its myriad meanings, love is essential for a happy and meaningful life. You should also concentrate on the type of love that suits your emotional health. But even though human nature is to be loved and appreciated by others, the fact is that love goes up and down, as we know and have experienced. Love begins when you fall in love. This is the most flowery phase when you fall in love. People will feel attracted. But this phase doesn't last forever. Psychologists analyzed the phenomenon of love in hundreds of couples and found that the average lifespan of most romantic relationships lasts only 2 years. Why is that? Because when the happiness felt when falling in love fades, the real truth begins to emerge. In order to survive this difficult transition, it is important for each couple to build an emotional atmosphere so that they can overcome their differences and meet each other's emotional needs. The first step in cultivating true love in a marriage that thrives beyond the initial phase of falling in love is effective communication. Yes, this communication, because over time humans have emotional needs that cannot be accommodated by short-lived love. So when feelings of love fade, it is important for couples to work together in terms of emotional communication in order to maintain their relationship in the long term. This is the importance of love language, or 5 love language. Most people know that language is made up of more than words. There is body language and tone of voice. While the language of love is just as complicated, it is because different people view love differently and use different words and actions to express it. So basically, we all speak different love languages. Therefore, understanding the different languages of love will help you build a stronger and happier relationship. Although partners tend to have many habits in common, they often perceive and express love differently. It's rare for couples to have the exact same love language as one another. For example, there's a couple named Mark and Andrea. There used to be many different opinions except about the love of children. Mark knows that Andre is a good mother, but he doesn't feel loved by Andrea. On the other hand, Andrea knows Mark is a great provider and caretaker for her family, but she complains about her 50-hour week work and how he doesn't leave time to be with his family. What's the problem here? It turns out that Mark's love language is physical touch, while Andrea's language is quality time together, or quality time. Distinguish. As you can see, understanding the love language of a partner is very important. Next, let's dissect these 5 love languages.